Design various parts and pieces of other costumes, man. I have taken over the other world according to Bob for Halloween. Now, I would not, and this is my first proclamation, consider Time Masters part of the Booster Gold series. Time Masters is its own separate thing. Bob will further explain. This is New Gods. This kind of happens. It doesn't not happen because the kid does like explode. He like in the middle, and he's like we still do not know when this takes place. I am assuming, and Bob agrees with me, that it takes place right before DCKO, but they did not come out with that tie-in that Bob was predicting. So, they said that just having it be its own story for a while was a good idea. Maybe this takes place in the brief few minutes you don't get to see when the kid explodes. That's my only, that it kind of happens, kind of doesn't. Maybe it takes place in that weird dimension from Spawn number 9, the one with Cerebus. I don't know, but I would really like this to have happened. So in my head, it did. 3 out of 5. 3.25 out of 5. Because, like, man, it was a good book. More people need to pick it up. And if it does well, maybe it will become further part of the DC canon. And there won't be so much, when does this happen? When does that happen? It also affects the Omega X special, this book, because if it knew when the New Gods happened, they're basically already cooked. Because in the New Gods, the ships show up at the very end, and the new black racer shows up, and this does not happen though. Thank goodness. Booster Gold does not die. He only how to put it, he ventures through time, and my prediction is, I was going to open with this prediction, but got sidetracked. My prediction is that we're going to end up fighting, the Justice League's going to end up fighting, and we will fight along with them as readers. We will end up fighting the Time Trapper, Doomsday, and whoever else he has with him at the end of DCKO, that were right alongside Booster Gold. Maybe we're witnessing the birth of the Black Beetle. Who knows? Well, I guess the people running DC now. But if they don't replace this version of Booster Gold for the show, it's going to lead into a confrontation with the Black Beetle throughout all of time. And I know it's going to have something to do with Lobo because that's been announced that they're bringing him back. But this, if they knew what time New Gods took place in, would it really help the story out. It was fine for what it is. Another 3 out of 5, another quarter is like, yeah, it could have been tons better. They could have had like, it could have felt like a real crisis, because I come from the era that Countdown to Infinite Crisis was a thing, and Blue Beetle died a hero. What Booster Gold does in this is just pull It's a Wonderful Life, but with Doomsday. I know a lot of people are just a side note here, but I know a lot of people are interviewing James Gunn and all that stuff. And they all got that opportunity. If you really do watch this stuff, I would like Wave Rider Booster to show up in the show. Just a thought. Because he needs more play in stories like this. I know how DCKL ends, but you gotta tell me how that connects to Future Booster, and if they get more play in the... Anyway, I'm getting off track. 3, 4 and a 3 and a quarter. Okay. Anyway, Flash number 826. Thank you. Bart finally gets lost, and he's gonna show up again. If they're doing the time travel thing right, he's gonna show up again right around Infinite Crisis. And Barry's gonna pull in Superboy Prime, and that's gonna start the whole fight there. But that's where Bart stops. Because, like, everybody's pointing out that he kicks Doomsday's butt, but that is Bart at his weakest. This is still Impulse Bart. Bart, in those 13 issues that I've been babbling on about for years now, is the Flash, and he is able to take on all of the rogues single-handedly. And this is him at his weakest. It's like Kid Gohan, where, yes, he fights Darkseid. Yes, he gives him a thrashing, but still, this is not Flash Bart. Flash Bart, he is still willing to save time by not appearing yet. Just a theory. Anyway, I liked it. I liked that the evil Legionnaires show up at the end. I'll give this a solid 4. If that gets a 3, this gets a 4. Flash, pick it up. Yeah. I just realized that I'm not telling you what the books are. Spider-Girl. Basically the same story as Spider-Boy. They thought that the girl version of Spider-Boy would sell better, I guess. I don't know. But there we are, because she's joining the X-Men. This will not get referenced in Deadpool and damn it, I almost said Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Batman at all. If Bailey and Bart don't get referenced, this shouldn't get referenced either. Because, like, I picked it up at issue 5. It would be a crappy first book. But I know some little kid will receive this as their first book. First introduction to Spider-Girl? Yeah, sure, fine. But first book? No. I mean, I love that it happens, and it's not like the New Gods where you have to think about the cover, and it's like, maybe it happens, I don't know. This definitely happens. The little girl does meet up with Spider-Man, and it really isn't a bad little book, so I'm giving a star for that. But it's not in the window material, because, like, the comic book store I frequent does not. Well, they put the Spider-Girl big. It's in the window. The advertisement is in the window. This is their book, and like, it's not that material. It's not the first book you want to see when you pick it up, because that ad finally got to me. I'm like, okay, I gotta pick up one to see how it goes, and I'm still curious to see where Bailey's going to end up. They might have explained this at issue 1, but like, Bailey's not even in this at all, and she was a side character in Bailey's show, basically. And then all of a sudden, Bailey gets sidelined because I don't know. I don't know. I can't give you a good reason for that. I'd love it if Bailey fought Impulse, but like I said, I doubt that that's gonna happen. I'd love it if those two met, but like, and this had very early Blue Beetle vibes, like very early Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle vibes. Like, she's still keeping secret her identity from her family, and they're gonna find out. The mom probably finds out at the very beginning of issue 6 when Rogue, because Rogue from the X-Men's in this, because like I said, she joins the X-Men. We know this because of the future Spider person, Spider Girl in one of the other Marvel books, and it's like, okay, she's gonna join the X-Men eventually, so might as well be now. She's a mutant. There's no Mayday, no Peter's daughter. She's not related to Peter in any way. Like I said, she's really more of a side character. 2.5 stars. Okay. Once again, Flash. The Omega X special. New Gods. and Spider. Well, it was a slow week, but you can handle it. Keep reading comics. Now, happy Halloween, kids. Hopefully they really don't kill off Booster Gold in the future. Hopefully this series gets better. I have so much to wish for you, and I hope next year will be just as great. I've been Bob. That's been the other world according to Bob. That was various other pieces of other costumes, man. Tell me what costumes I've made up of in the comments. Like, comment, discuss, subscribe. Bob out. How'd I do? Okay. 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 Now, wild berry juice is what we'll be trying today, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, to end the video, here we go. Doesn't taste all that different from the blue flavor.
Really?
Yep.
It doesn't taste purple, or I mean, it looks purple. It's a light purple.
No, it doesn't taste all that different. It has a mildly different taste, but not tremendously. Here, have a sip.
Doesn't taste okay.
Now, what do you think?
Sugary. Tastes blue.
See, I told you.
Yeah, it doesn't taste purple. It tastes blue.
It's like they just repackaged the blue flavor and said, they'll buy it again. Honest, they will.
If you want
It's good for that, but I enjoy the blue flavor far better.
okay.
Like, comment, subscribe. I've been Bob. This has been the Other World according to Bob. Tell me what you think on my thought regarding the new Deadpool and where I think it's going to land in continuity.
Oh.